Hi there, it's Judy from Created Just For You Designs, here with another project created as a guest designer for Tres Jolie Kit Club. I am working with the cards, tags, and more kit for the month of August. This time around, I am sharing a birthday card and coordinating gift bag. I pulled out some of the items from the card kit and also some from the scrapbook kit and the mixed media kit, which I may or may not use. All right, so I'm gonna get started here. I've got my card base and my tag, and I'm gonna do some inking on them first before I do anything else. All right, and then on my tag, I'm just gonna apply some ink to the top part and around the edges. Put that aside. There we go. Out of the way. Okay. All right. Now I've already cut my cardstocks here. So for my card base, I have a matte cut with this metallic cardstock that I'm using. And this, since my card base is 5x7, and then the pattern papers in the kit measure 6x6. So I cut this pattern paper down to 6 inches long and 4 inches wide. So my mat is 1/4 of an inch larger than that. So we're going to adhere that together, and then that'll go on my card base here, but I'm not going to put that here yet. But I'm going to go ahead and grab some glue here and just glue the pattern paper onto my mat. So we got that done. And then for my tag, I cut a piece of pattern paper to 5.5 inches wide by 3 inches wide. This tag measures 6.5 inches by about 3 1/4. So when we attach this, I'm gonna leave a border all the way around. So go ahead and do that. Okay. All right, so we've got that done. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna attach the tag to this piece. And I'm just gonna lay this out here so I can get an idea of how I want it to go. And the reason I'm not attaching it all yet is because I've got this trim that I want to add. So I think I'll do something like this. So I'll have to glue that on. Okay. And I'm going to take this trim and I'm going to place it about here. So I'm going to bring around the back of my mat here. So I don't need to bring it all the way around. I'm going to bring it around enough to attach it to the side there. Okay, so I ended up just attaching a couple of pieces of red line tape, double-sided tape here to the back of my card mat to hold this trim in place. And then I'm going to go ahead and add some adhesive and attach it to my card base. All we're going to have left to do now is just add our embellishments. So I've picked out my embellishments to finish up the card here. So we're just going to go ahead and put them in place. So I've got this large die cut here from the Creative Cuts. It came in the kit, and I've just added some foam tape to the back here just to lift it up a little bit. So we're gonna put that about here. I've got that foam tape placed above where this is because that gives us a little bit of dimension and then makes it pretty even that way. All right. And then I've got this piece from the Junkyard Findings. So I'm going to add that over the hole here. I'm not going to run a ribbon or anything through there like you'd do most of the time with a tag. I am just going to center this over. I'm going to add one of these little flowers from the 49 in Market package. I need a sentiment for my card, so I picked out this happy birthday. And I'm just going to glue it down. I've got this little gear here. I'm going to cut this in half. So I'm just going to place that in there. Like that. Got another one here I can add. I think I'll add, let's see, we're going to add another flower here. And I think I'll add this under that. Oops. I'm going to do this way. There we go. And then slip this up under there. There we go. Right about there. There we go. And there's our card. Okay. Okay, so we've completed our card. I'm going to create a gift bag to coordinate with the card that I made. So I pulled out some of the same elements that I used on the card, such as the little 49 in Market flowers and Prima Junkyard Findings. And I pulled out another die cut from the Creative Cuts from the kit. And then I've got pieces of these two papers, which I used on the card, that I'm going to incorporate on the bag as well. And then I have this trim that I used on the card, which happens to be from this month's scrapbook kit. And I also pulled out these papers, which are from the scrapbook kit for this month as well, that I'm going to use for the bag. And then I bought the solid color metallic cardstock that I used on the card. I'm going to use again. And then I pulled out just this from my stash, which is just a thinner paper. It's not a cardstock like the others that I've used, because I'm going to use that for a border on the bag, and it just works a lot better with a thinner size or a weight paper for that. So I'm going to cut down some of these, and then I'll be back to show you those and give you the measurements. Okay, so to start with the bag, we've got our two 12 by 12 inch pieces of cardstock here. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do some scoring, and we're going to score at 3 inches along 3 sides of this. So we're going to turn it, do that, and turn it again and do that. And then we're going to do the same with the other piece. Now, when we're finished with this bag, the overall measurement's going to be 9 inches tall by 6 inches wide and 3 inches deep. So just so you know that. So I'm going to go ahead and score the other piece, and then we'll continue on. Okay, so once we have our scoring done on our two 12 by 12 pieces, we're going to do some cutting now. So this is the vertical side. This is the horizontal. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut from the outside edge horizontally into the vertical score line here on both sides, like that. And then on the second piece, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to cut from the outside horizontally here to the vertical score line on both sides, just like we did before. But we're going to take an extra step here. This time we're actually going to remove this whole square here. So we're going to cut from the bottom here up to where we cut there horizontally. Just, oops, like this. There we go. Okay. So what we'll have now is these two pieces that we're going to fit together to form the bag. So we've got this, like this, and then we've got this one. Oops. Want the polka dot on the outside of the bag. Okay. And burnish down our score lines. This one too. Go this side. Finish that down. Oops. And this one. There we are. And this one as well, this way. There we go. Okay. So we've got this piece like this, and then we've got this piece. So we're gonna fit them together like this, and that forms our bag. Okay, so before we put our box together, though, we're going to cut these pieces of pattern paper for the border on the top edge of the gift bag. So what I've done is I've cut two 12-inch by 2 3/4 inch pieces of this pattern paper that I have, and then you're going to take that and you're going to score both of these at 1 inch all the way down the 12-inch side, and then we're going to burnish that down, and then we're going to add it to the top of our pieces that we scored a little bit ago for the bag. Okay, so we've got our pieces scored and burnished. Now what we're going to do is I added double-sided tape to the inside of the top edge of the box pieces. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take this piece here, and we're going to line the top edge of the box pieces up with the score line, and we're going to fold that over and adhere it. Just like that. So this is what we've got on the outside. And then we can take the outside and we can add some double-sided tape to the back side of this border piece. And then we'll fold that over like this and adhere it down. So just fold it over. And just burnish it down. There we go. We've got that. I just want to put that over and make sure to burnish it down so you've got some nice top edges, corners there. There we go. So we'll do the same with that other side. And when I get that done, then I'll be back and we'll put the box together. Okay. So I have our two, I called them a box earlier. I meant to say bag pieces here. So I've got this piece here where we just cut the sides here. And then we've got the piece here where we cut the squares off. So this piece is actually going to be the back of the box. So I'm going to lay that down there. And then this piece is the front of the box. So I've added double-sided tape on 3 sides here of these tabs. And then I've got double-sided tape on the outside edges of the front. Okay, so I'll just show you how to do that. Tear off these strips from the double-sided tape on both of these flaps. Oops. Easier said than done sometimes. Okay. Got that in there. We're going to fold this up, line that up, push that down. Do the same thing, flaps to the inside of the back of the box here. Line that up, just like that. And we'll take our backing off the double-sided tape on the sides. Fold the back this way. Line it up. And just fold it down. There we are. Then you can take something and burnish that down there. But there's your bag. Okay, so to decorate the front of our bag, I've got these 2 pieces left from this card that we made, which I'm going to coordinate together. So this is 3 inches wide by 6 inches long, and this is 2 inches wide by 6 inches long. So I'm going to put them together on this card mat, which I cut to be 5 1/4 inches by 6 1/4 inches. So I'm going to put these together on here like this. And then I cut a strip 1/4 inch by 6 inches long that I'm going to put there. And then I've got this trim that I took from the scrapbook kit. And I've got a piece of that on the card here that I made. So I'm going to use a piece of that on this as well. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere that on the back side with some double-sided tape. And then we'll come back and we'll do the rest of this. Okay. So I've got this put together. I've got some double-sided tape on the back side here. And so now we're going to decorate the front of it. So I pulled out this from the Creative Cuts, and I've got some foam tape added to the back. Again, just like with the card, because that trim there gives you a little bit of dimension. I just want the foam tape to even it out for me there. So I'm gonna place that about there. There we are. I pulled out these. I had this one little tag left from the cut-aparts that I used on a previous project I did. So I'm going to use that. And, okay, so I'm going to add some glue to this. Just stick that where I want it. Under here. Like that. Oops. Got some excess there. I've got a little happy birthday sentiment tag. I'm going to use that as well. So I'm going to add some glue to it. Oops. And I'm going to stick that in here. There we go. I pulled out some of the little flowers from the 49 in Market set. I'm going to add those. Okay, so I'm going to bring my bag back in here. This is the front side. I'm going to go ahead and remove all of this backing from this double-sided tape, and we'll stick that on there. And then I'm going to do just a couple other little things just to finish it up. I'm just going to kind of get this centered more or less on here. There we go. And then I'll just reach on the inside there just to try to make sure that is adhered pretty well. There we go. There's that. Okay, so all that's left is to put some handles on here, and I've already done one side here, so I just punched some holes here, and they're about inches, 1.5 inches in from each end and about 1/2 inch from the top. So I've got a piece of ribbon here. It's about 18 inches long, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that through the holes here, and I'm just going to tie a double knot just to make sure it doesn't come back through the hole. Gotta make sure it's big enough, just like that. And we'll stick the other side in and do the same thing. We've got handles, just like that. And one more little thing, I'm just going to add one more little piece here since I've got these metal findings. Okay, so we're all done with this project. There's our bag. I think it looks pretty cute. Got our card here that coordinates with it. I hope I've given you a little bit of inspiration here, maybe to try something like this if you haven't. I'll be back soon with another project. I hope you check that one out. And if you haven't, you really need to check out these Tres Jolie kits. Every month you have your choice of the Cards, Tags, and More kit, a scrapbook kit, or a mixed media kit. And they're really all fabulous. So you can get one, you can get them all, you can get any combination, whatever. They're really great. And there's some beautiful chipboard products also. So I'll see you next time. Bye.